Not these patronizing left-wing little twits.
Alright, this video is called Akala, Fire in the Booth. I don't know if it's a freestyle song or whatever, but let's get into it.
Akala. Wow. Knowledge is power. Volume 1 mixtape, 28th of May. Listen. AkalaMusic.com. Chase. Tiny bit more vocal, please, actually. Listen. Knowledge is power, always. Listen. The scam, brother, the scam! Oi, mate, my personal life's great. Some of you would love me more if I rub that in your face. Okay, well, let us run down the resume and have a little chat about Akala's living today. Big whip, nice yard, been all over the globe. Look how many continents that I have done. Shows, couple little companies, neat little office, everything going swell. Little bit of profit, built a business educating kids from the block. So far as I'm concerned, you gotta be a mug to not rate him. Own my own masters, still my own master. Novels and scripts on the way. Rap is just a part of the genius in his head, and he knows it, dickhead. Since I used to kick ball for West Ham with my big head. Back in school days, wearing hand-me-downs from my sister, and gal was still onto man. Now that's some Ross charisma. As just a nipper, I took my first pull of Rizla. And who you think gave me that? Yeah, my bigger sister. So when we speak of struggle, cousin, it's yours. You know the same old madness. Working class poor, yeah. So may have won a couple awards. I guarantee you that my family just as messed up as yours. All the
Alright, you know, you gotta pause it so we don't get copyright strike.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Had to pause it eventually, hate to stop his flow.
Yeah.
Had to pause it.
Working class poor.
Family just as messed up as yours.
Mm.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I don't know.
You ain't never met my family.
When we speak of struggle, cousin, it's yours. You know the same old madness. Working class poor, yeah. So may have won a couple awards. I guarantee you that my family just as messed up as yours. All the abuse and the alcoholism and drug addiction. Uncles going to prison. This is working class living in Britain. It ain't great. You gotta be kidding. So please don't ever get confused by me spitting. Cause yes, I said the ghetto's in our head, but no, I didn't mean if you live next to a food yard, that's in your dreams. I meant believing in the madness they spout about us is far more dangerous than putting us in council houses. So yeah, I criticize, but from a place of love, never, ever. Cause I think that I've become above every young bruv you wanna judge as a tug. It's me, man, it's a little guidance and love. So I think that you're the mug. And why be smug when it's an actual fact? We all commit crime simply by paying tax. Cause we didn't go and tickle them people in Iraq and ask them so politely for all the minerals we extract. We blew children's heads off, set fire to backs. With a gangster nation, get down and you get clapped. So when you see the youth, they're running around on the road with heaters, don't be surprised, they're just copying their leaders. Long as the wars stay in places.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. Like, so we went so long without pausing, and we can't unpack it all. Can't do it.
I mean, we all commit crimes by paying taxes. That is the truth if I ever heard it.
Backs with a gangster nation, get down and you get clapped. So when you see the youth, they're running around on the road with heaters, don't be surprised, they're just copying their leaders. Long as the wars stay in places that are brown and poor, we can all pretend to be abhorred, but we applaud. If you go up to Knightsbridge and get violent, the policeman that duppies you will probably get knighted. If I don't want to fight you, cuz it ain't cause I'm frightened, I'd just rather fight with those who really think they're titans. I ain't scared of bleeding, I am scared of breathing another breath in this world where everything is so uneven. When millions murdered in the Congo when it's barely news. But if a footballer's wife should buy a pair of shoes, I'm supposed to give up. Apparently, I do not. The world's a reflection of your block. And if you think a world that profit from their death and be totally cool, thinks you're better cause you live here, you're a bloody fool. Look at.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. This is like, he's saying a lot.
A lot.
He's like, I thought Santan Dave was saying a lot.
I mean, we got 14 minutes of this, so we're not going to be able to do it all. The video will be an hour long.
It would be so long.
I'm trying not to say too much because we just did a video that was like, what, 4 minutes?
And it took 30?
It took us 30 minutes to record it,
Yeah.
and that's way too long. So it's like, we're going to have to cut that down. But yeah, I'm trying not to say too much.
I see why people say with this guy, he brings out the history books.
Yeah, I mean, he just bounced to Africa, went back to Britain and shit. Like, damn.
Yeah. That is one thing, though. I do feel like the black British people are, like, more cultured than African Americans.
I mean, I've never been, so I mean, I can't really say that.
I mean, just in, true. It could just be the celebrity.
It sounds very similar to being black in America by what he's rapping about and by what Santan Dave was rapping about.
Yeah.
Sounds the same to me.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that, like, in the American education system, I feel like they don't really teach us about the rest of the world. You know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of these British people will bring up so much stuff in the world that you never hear American rappers bringing up. You know what I mean?
Right. Or maybe we just don't know of them.
Right?
The genocidal abuse, I swear humanity ain't nothing but a virus with shoes. Then I pick my nephew up from school and I look at the youths and see the love they show each other, and I'm just so confused because they ain't learned yet what is their race or religion. So we're born unconditioned, but we learn to play our position in the system. Look what that does to our recognition of self. We grow suspicion of our own intuition. Now listen.
Oh!
I mean, I'm still stuck on that last one. He said they ain't learned what the race or religion, something they learn to play a position.
Oh, he said we grow suspicion of our own intuition. Ain't that the truth? Take us to church. It's so crazy though. They really will have you doubting your own like
what you know is right.
What you know is right. What you know is like, you know what I mean? They'll have you questioning yourself and trusting all these entities.
And really, they're just trying to groom you to be an employee.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't know your race or religion, but you know your position. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Groom you to view yourself a certain way, think less of yourself,
yes,
and work for the man.
Yes. Oh my God.
The sick way raps about racism too much. Could you imagine I gave a flying? Cause it's amazing how many wanna claim they love this music with no respect for the actual struggle that produced it. Did hip-hop not start in segregated hoods? Are them hoods not still segregated? So it's really good. Are the First Nation not still on reservations where the age of 46 is the average life expectation? And fellas, I wonder where the favelas have been suddenly knocked down and replaced with something better. If you got sense, you see fights are joined, and race, class and gender are sides of the same coin. So if you're really down for justice, whoever the people who suffers, whoever you are, I consider you my sister's brothers, but call it what it is, like Carlin or Bill Hicks. Not these patronizing left-wing little twits that ask me dumb shit on a superior.
What you got?
Not these patronizing left-wing little twits.
See, before he's like, anyone who's oppressed, you're my brother and sister, so I thought he was with that shit.
Right?
But he's not. Like, now you spoiled ass little brats.
Right, but that's something that I feel like we have to differentiate. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but it's like, I disagree with the everyone's a brother and sister, because I mean, like within the black community, most of it doesn't mess with LGBTQ. Like, are you kidding me? Try to unify the black community with LGBTQ community. Like, good luck. And I don't have a problem with LGBTQ community, but like growing up, like, yes, black people do. We really do have a problem with it overall.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do.
But it's like, I get the message, but I don't think that's practical. You don't think
it applies to it?
I don't think it's practical. It's
I mean,
as black people, we don't really care about anyone else's struggle. Because it's nothing like the black struggle and black historical struggle.
I mean, the way black men kill each other, they don't care about each other's struggle in general. You know what I'm saying?
But they're killing each other because of the struggle. They're trying to eat.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it. You know what I mean?
They're also
trying not to have their block overrun by the next block. Like, it's not like just killing each other for fun. It's because of the struggle that we kill each other.
True. I mean, it's deep, because I do feel like he's talking about the little private school, you know, white kid.
Little Antifa kids.
Little Antifa
just want to go burn down some shit and go back to their penthouse.
Exactly. And they like go wreak havoc and then claim they're for all these minority groups and stuff. And it's like, they don't care about gays. They don't care about, you know, blacks. They don't care about anything. You know what I mean? Except destruction, because they're bored or whatever.
And one thing, I could see blacks and Latinos kicking it.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like we would have to, you know, come to some kind of common ground, because we still move a little differently. I could see that uniting. I couldn't really see blacks and LGBTQ uniting with where we are today. Could not see it.
I feel like...
So here we go get to talking shit.
Yeah, we do.
Go ahead, say some stuff.
This is good.
Let them have it.
I feel like it's basically the fight of like good versus evil. Like, I mean, that sounds really cliche, but I feel like there's good people who want everybody to like live their life, you know what I mean, who are like basically not trying to infringe on the rights of others, or you know what I mean.
And that's probably who he's talking about.
That's who I feel like he's talking about.
Right.
There's like, it's like people who are just like decent human beings.
See, they got us started again. Send us this shit with meaning and stuff. Now we're talking forever.
It's about to be a
30-hour-long
video.
It's like, dang, I want to do the whole thing, but we're already like 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
This video is going to be super long. So let's do like another 5 minutes or so.
All right.
I wanna act like cause I read I saw less violence as a kid. Don't make me an exception for your mental protection from accepting the madness in the system we are left in. That was the clearest thing to come of August events. All the closet bigots started speaking their minds against. So when a Jamaican or Asians misbehaving, of course it's cause of their skin. Blonde hair kills a million people, that's just him. And it's entertaining, some people are so thick. But I prefer that than all of the fake grins. Cause it's the only problem. People claim they want us so, but don't actually want to talk about how it evolved. You are told this country really, really yours, sir? What they did to brown people did to their own poor first. And originally in the States, working class whites were also enslaved. And no one talks about it today. Ever since...
Ooh, I got so many goosebumps on that. That whole last segment.
Yeah, I mean, no one talks about that. Because, I mean, that would be a classism, or all we talk about is racism.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what they want us to do, just talk about racism, so the poor blacks and the poor whites don't unite. You know what I mean? The poor Latinos, the poor blacks, all the poor people don't unite.
Yeah.
Because if the poor people united, the rich people would be done.
Because they're outnumbered. They're so
it's not like we're
outnumbered.
going to violently overthrow them, you know what I mean? But it's like they can't control us and groom us into these little bitty shitty jobs to build up their companies, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Like, we united and support each other's small businesses, this, and that. I mean, that would hurt.
Right. And I bet a lot of the white people who support, like, Black Lives Matter and stuff didn't have ancestors who had slaves. You know what I mean? Like, I bet actually black people, because our ancestors were slave owners, I bet we have a lot more slave ancestors than, like, a lot of these poor-ass white people.
Like slave owner.
Slave owner ancestors, yeah.
Right.
Slaves and slave owners, but, yeah.
This country really, really yours, sir? What they did to brown people did to their own poor first. And originally in the States, working class whites were also enslaved. And no one talks about it today. Ever since the master came with the system of privilege, made the working whites the overseers, mulattoes the house. Could put the darkest blacks in the field. That mind is with us still. $1 billion industry, skin cream and bleaching pills. And let's be honest, most people in my complexion to this very day still think they're better than the darker section. You say it's changed, then only educate me about Wilberforce, not about the Africans in Haiti who beat the armies of the British, Spanish and Napoleon. From the moment they stolen them, there was no controlling them. When I was in school, she said, no, you never fought for freedom. No, we freed you, and you were on your knees bleeding. And what's more, did you know that we kind of saved you from the barbarism of Africa? You should be grateful when enough of our own people can't be bothered to read that they actually believed that we were swinging from trees. They don't know the Kingdom of Congo had embassies in Italy 500 years ago.
Can't do it.
Literally ain't heard of St. Maurice nor Septimus Severus. Staying studying the past cause they think it's irrelevant. And attempts to pretending ancient Egyptians weren't African. Nothing more than pseudo-intellectual lies. They obviously ain't read what Aristotle and Herodotus said about people that they saw for their own eyes. And Egypt's been invaded since the fall of the pharaohs. Not once, not twice, but many, many times. So nobody wants to explain why so many statues are missing noses. Even when the statues made of granite, it ain't one people alone who's taught about themselves.
I was just going to say something about that. How the statues are missing their big black noses.
Oh my God, that would be telling.
People don't know about that.
They were black.
But we know about that.
We know about that. We know.
We done read some books
we
about that.
Done it.
We know the Egyptians were black.
We know them.
We
well.
know this.
We know the Egyptians.
Yes. And they were invaded many, many times. What, Alexander the Great?
Yes.
The Arabics invaded.
Hermes.
I guess the final invasion was the Arabics.
Hermes and Hermetic, all that stuff came from, what, the Greeks? I mean, dang. He's spitting.
The people in Egypt right now are Arabic. They're not Egyptian. The Egyptians were black. Let it be known, tell the world.
Let it be known.
But yeah, we're going to have to stop right here. This video.
Woo! Why are you going to do us like that? Why are you going to do us like that? It's so good. Thanks for the suggestion.
We might have to do a part 2 on this or something.
Yeah. I don't know. Let us know if you want us to do more Fire in the Booths. This is cold.
And let us know if you want us to do a part 2 on this Fire in the Booth, part 2.
What if they took stuff like this and put it in the curriculum in all these black schools?
They would never.
They would never. They would never.
never.
The kids would love it, and it would give them a proper education.
Don't get me started on black schools, man. There's something sinister going on there, too. But
Sinister.
But yeah, if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments. Hit the like or subscribe button or both if you want to help the channel grow. That's a wrap.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. You to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't know.